know that in our busy lives and work and balance, for you to take that time to spend 3 days with us, we are truly appreciative. And we have a huge goal in front of us. Our goal is to make sure that the time that you have taken away from your family and away from your jobs is that it's well spent. And we take it very seriously. So I just want to thank you for that. Before we get started, there's a couple house cleaning items and people I would like to introduce to you. We're very fortunate to have with us for the next 3 days our CEO of our parent company, Insight Investments, Mr. John Ford, who's sitting over there in the back. Thank you, John. We appreciate your support, as always, throughout the course of the year, and particularly during this time. John regularly makes sure that his calendar lines up for us. The other person I want to thank and introduce to you is David Wang. Is David with us? David, please stand up, our Chief of Staff at Insight Investments as well. Thanks, Dave. And I am Robert Flannery, Executive Vice President of Red8, for those of you who haven't had an opportunity to meet. We put together a quick agenda this year that really focuses around how do you automate the routine and focus on the amazing. Businesses today are being asked to do more with less and faster. We're asked to go out and help our customers transform what they have into bigger, better, and badder. So hopefully today, over the course of the next 3 days actually, you're going to have the opportunity to look at different strategies, solutions, talk to industry subject matter experts to understand what's available to help you contribute to achieving that transformation. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about Red8. We know at Red8 that speed wins. And now more than ever, transformation requires speed. If you think back over time, we thought of big strategic projects and they took a year to get implemented and we had time to plan appropriately. But in today's age, everybody wants it now. It's like instant gratification. They go to the phone, they want to get it. They want it now. And it's a challenge for us because we have processes and procedures that kind of take and evaluate and understand how we implement it right the first time. At Red8, we are focused on your success and your customer's success. Everything we do as an organization, those are the two requirements. Is it better for our customers? Will it accelerate their success? And will it accelerate their customers' success? That's how we make decisions. We believe we take a unique human approach. And what that means is we're an engineering-led organization. If you kind of take, what does that look like? That means for every salesperson like myself, you have 3 engineers. The company is led by our engineering team, and we are recognized in the industry for the work that they do. And if we do it right, we'll build a lifetime relationship. And what does that look like for us? Today at Red8, our average customer tenure is 12.5 years. So thank you. Thank you for continuing to trust us. Thank you for continuing to invest with us. And I want to take a moment, because all these guys, I like to call them the Red Storm. If you could just stand up, please, the guys in the red. Here is our engineering team. I believe they're the best in the business. And thank you for all the work you do day in and day out. And in the end, if we do our job right, we've enabled success. By being the creative catalyst that transforms, connects, and protects the heart of your business. By delivering innovative solutions and services that provide measurable business value. I like to tell people you can buy technology from anybody. But when you acquire technology through Red8, what we will then deliver to you is a service. So, here we go. First 3 days. We always start with a question. And Dan Sullivan, who's quoted here, answers are a dime a dozen. What's rare in this world is a really good question. What's yours? And I will tell you that Dan Sullivan wrote a book that's 72 pages on one question. How to ask it, and it goes through the detail. And Dan Sullivan is actually a strategic coach who a few of us have had an opportunity to work with. But here's our challenge. How can 3 days in California in 2015 help you shape your integration of cloud strategies and technologies to support speed, agility, and accommodate and accelerate business impact? Our goals throughout the summit, or our questions: how do you develop new technology infrastructure with enhanced security models to support digital transformation while accelerating business impact? Everything's about the business. Everything we do, everything we work towards is about accelerating the business. Technology today is a competitive differentiator. How do you integrate the concept, trends, and futures to automate the routine, enabling you to focus on the amazing? And then finally, how do you identify which applications are cloud ready and which ones are not? The framework, we're going to be led by industry and subject matter experts. We're going to take a best practices approach to collaboration. This is an event that we hope energizes an active versus passive interaction between all of us. We'll have real-time interaction. There'll be questions in which we'll get to leverage our phones. I like to call them our cloud device. Some people call them phones. My cloud device. And we'll have the opportunity to answer right on the fly. And then the results will pop up on the screen. And then hopefully through our time together over the next 3 days, we'll have the opportunity to meet some new friends that are maybe a little farther along in some of the challenges that are facing us today. Maybe you have common denominators within your businesses and within your IT environments that you can share how you've addressed them. But it's really about how we help you develop the success connections to accelerate your business needs. And in the end, maybe we'll answer some questions, but maybe we'll come up and develop some new questions of our own to expand the ones we already have. So before we get into the detailed agenda, today we're going to have an opportunity. We got 3 days of just packed information, and we're going to go at it at the pace in which we hope that you can absorb as much possible. There'll be lots of breaks in which we can drive one-on-one discussions, and we'll also have the fair tonight as well as the beach bash tomorrow night. But for today, we're going to have an opportunity to hear from our president, Mr. Richard Hurd. We'll have an opportunity to hear from IDC, NetApp, as well as Cisco. And our own Rob Cotta, our Red8 CTO, will be addressing us. I think if you were here with us a few years ago, you'll remember he used a phrase that kind of it was a buzz around the conference. And I think it was ephemeral storage he came up with. And everybody kind of went, what's that? So I'm interested to see what Rob may come up with today. So, with that said, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Richard Hurd.